I think in every man's life, we've all had a dream of having multiple girlfriends. I think like when I was a teenager, that's what I wanted. I know a lot of people that I knew wanted that. Nowadays, it just doesn't seem feasible. Like it's not like a thing that you really see or do. Dealing with a woman's emotions is a job in itself. And then dealing with your emotions on top of that is another job, and like vice versa for, women to men and all this stuff. But this Prince Charming has managed to not only manage his own emotions, but his 3 girlfriends. Apparently, these people think that he's brainwashing these people, so we'll see.
He fell in love with Tiffany, Hammy, and Giselle.
They all kind of look alike.
We're in a polyamorous relationship, and people think that our man Raymond has brainwashed us.
They assume that women in poly relationships just don't.
Okay, if you look at the dude and you look at all the women, they just seem like they're on the same page. Like they all kind of like the same thing, and he does give off.
Relationships just don't have their own free will or their own thoughts.
They'll say you did this, you manipulate them. What you're doing is a disgrace. You won't see heaven.
This guy's a character.
These are my 3 girlfriends, Giselle, Tiffany, and Hammy. They call me daddy, but I have not brainwashed them.
We met in 2020. We met through mainly Twitch.
I would look forward to spending time online with them. The chemistry between all of us was just so natural. Like, it felt like they were supposed to be part of my life.
Yo, so this is basically like just a friend group, and it just happened to be a dude in that friend group, and they all played the same games, and they just easily coexist with each other. I could see how that felt, how that happened.
Around end of 2021, we kind of made plans to move in together, and then we all basically agreed on February 22nd, 2022, we're all going to be together.
Welcome to our home. We'll take you on a tour.
So I'm gonna say right now, yes, these women are his girlfriend, but at the same time, she's her girlfriend, she's her girlfriend, she's her girlfriend. Like they're all in a relationship. It's not just him and them, like they're all in a relationship.
So we all have our separate rooms.
Yeah, like
It's very important to have your own space, because I feel like if we all shared the same room, it would be really chaotic.
Well,
every now and then, if we'd like to sleep together, we'll sleep in whoever's room that we're accompanying in. And if we have sleepovers, usually we have a big sleepover, we typically sleep in my bed. We enjoy gaming together, cooking together, eating together, and being seen together because we're all attractive people.
Stay away from me.
No, but I love you.
Stay away from me.
Yo, so I was thinking something totally different. I thought this was like a freaking, like dude was running the show, but really they're just a big friend group that just decided to, let's just move in together. We love playing games. We all play the same game anyway, and we'll just call it a relationship. That's what it is.
The idea was it to form a polyamorous relationship.
I had a friend group that was a poly relationship in themselves that I hung out with for a bit, and I was like, oh, y'all seem happy. So when we all started talking, I probably was the first one to utter the word polyamorous.
So many people believe that it's the man that starts this.
No, it's not. You don't matter.
No, I don't matter.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I doubt this man is even really, really handling anything for real. He might be, but I swear it's the women. It's the women who really found each other attractive, and he was just like in the group,
It's all of our first times being in a polyamorous relationship.
They just make this diet like this
for each other, for Giselle,
just for the video.
Or cell sauce, or 6 foot cell.
Oh yeah.
For Hammy, sometimes we call her Smiley because she be smiling.
I call you TT sometimes.
Daddy is Daddy because that's the most natural nickname for him.
See, it's not even like a sexual thing either, because daddy, like, of course, every man wants to be called daddy, right? So
it's the normal pros and cons of being in any relationship, and I feel like that's where I came from. But just in this state, it would be with more people, making sure that you have the mental capacity to, be able to help everybody out or make sure you're physically there for them. I feel like every single day we're learning new things about each other, about our relationship, and what we can do to be better partners for each other.
I hate the fact that this This freaking title was "I'm not brainwashing my 3 girlfriends." Like they try to like make it seem like the man was the real initiator of this and brought these women in here to live with him. But really, this girl over here was the one who brought up the idea. These girls were down with it, and he was just around. So why did we have to do that? Who runs this page? Who runs this page that makes these videos?
I definitely feel like jealousy isn't a big part of our relationship. You know, obviously jealousy is a normal human emotion. They'll be watching something and I'll come down and see them watching something and I'm not involved in that at all. So I'm like, oh, y'all watching something without me. So there's like jealousy in that way.
If I see one
Bro,
of them
because you were just
hugging the
there,
other
like-
person, I'll be like, oh, I want a hug too. On a bigger level, no. I feel like I love everyone and I feel like we each have our own dynamic with each other.
We've actually received a number of weird negative comments. Somebody here says, what you're doing is a disgrace. You won't see heaven.
What?
I have a theory that you're actually not straight and that you 4 are only poly for the financial benefits.
And you know, that could be very much valid. I still have my headset on. This is pretty valid because, you know, he kind of does give off like the extra feminine vibe. And in this economy, 4 people having 3 roommates is not a bad idea. You know, if you get a house, you got 3 roommates with you, everybody splits the bills. Hey, man.
Tiffany actually received a DM that says, "Your man weird. I would def make a better man on God, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Free you from the shackles of poly and your abusive, manipulative baby dad." Somebody said to me, "So are you their sugar daddy? Do you want another sugar baby if so?"
People will assume that us 3 aren't happy somehow and we're just here for him. I wouldn't be able to be in a relationship if I didn't like all the people in the relationship. So I feel like they assume that like women in poly relationships just don't have their own free will or their own thoughts about it.
It's because they don't know the dynamic of how it happened.
Most people will message daddy and be like, how did you do this?
How did you get your 3 girlfriends, bro? Like, please.
How do you do that?
Be a gamer. You know, be good at the game. Get in a friend group that's mainly women, and you might have a chance, you know? Obviously. So.
Like, what did you do, man? I did not do anything.
You
I
put
did
the
not.
love potion in your drink.
Bro was just at the right place at the right time.
They'll say you did this, you manipulated. I'm like, I wasn't even the one who started this relationship.
In that case, it'll be Tiffany.
In that case, I'm sorry, we're actually manipulated by Tiffany. Get that on camera.
Sometimes we'll have people that we're close to, like friends, and then eventually they'll end up blocking us. It's weird that you.
That is weird. It doesn't really seem like a real relationship for real, for real. It kind of just seems more of just a big friend group that decided to live together. They probably had conversations about the economy. It was like, yeah, if we just live together. We're always in this Discord chat talking to each other, playing the same game. We might as well just all be in one house. That's that. So I'm kind of like sweaty.
It's like this hidden animosity, and you know, they'll like just randomly block me and then talk about me and like, oh, like he's flexing his girlfriends. It does hurt sometimes.
It doesn't have that much of effect on me. Like I'll see it, I'll be like, oh, you're online? I'll block you then. Okay? Because I don't need that negativity in my life. I already have like this whole relationship, which as much as I love them, is a lot of work and a lot of energy.
Some things that they say doesn't even align with our relationship. So I mainly just ignore it.
I'm affected by the things people say honestly, more than they are. I feel like a lot of times they're usually the ones like, don't worry about this person, don't worry about this person. I feel like I get sad about it. A lot.
One misconception
though?
is
I wonder how the sexual thing happens, because I can almost assume some type of jealousy happens if it's like a one-on-one thing with these group or one-on-one with this group, or like how do they kind of switch? Like that could be weird, right? But at the same time, I don't know much about a poly relationship, so it's very interesting though.
My friends didn't really have a negative reaction at all.
my friends wanted to be educated about it. So that was interesting. I was surprised about that. My family doesn't really understand it as much, but they aren't negative.
My friends, the guy ones, were just, you know, high five, bro, you did it. I'm like, okay. My dad, he
probably brags.
Man, so he's like, really, son? Really? You 3? Like, yes, sir. okay, son. And
Yeah.
that was basically the end of that.
That's kind of a
Only
flex.
thing with my family
I mean,
we're nervous
kind of.
about was just me moving out of home.
Today, I'm gonna be calling my mom and have like an honest chat with her.
So this video, I mean, this relationship hasn't been long because she's just now telling her parents about it.
What did you think when I first told you about my relationship?
It was kind of like me having to pull it out of you first. But when you told me, I wasn't upset or anything like that.
Did you know much about polyamory before?
I didn't know much about it, but because I do watch TV, that was the first time I really heard about it on television. So I was aware of what it was and what I knew what it meant, but I didn't know anybody personally.
What were your reservations?
At least she's
about our
very
relationship?
supportive
The
about
fact
it.
that I did not know you all in advance and the way that she told me that you all met her, that was my concerns. And the fact that she moved from one state to a whole nother state by herself without me actually knowing anybody, that was really my only concern.
I'd be scared. I get it.
Truly, it doesn't, I mean, the person's grown. I guess it could be weird that your kid is moving out and finding out they're in a relationship with 3 other people.
Sometimes people stare in person, but you know, outside of that, nobody really says anything to us about our relationship.
I feel people are more comfortable with speaking their mind online when they're not in front of us.
The reactions that we get in public don't really deter me from being in the relationship that I'm in. You know, I'm happy, and I want everyone else to see how happy we are. There we go. There we go.
Well, I mean, you know, it works out, you know, but that's a major flex for the dude, I'm not even gonna lie. If a dude can kiss 3 girls in a public setting, every other guy's gonna be like, I see you, brother. I see you. Looking at these comments, this is very valid. They look like roommates with benefits. Like that's what I'm really getting out of this whole thing. Dude said, did they do a DNA test to see if they are related? They did look alike a little bit, but you know, bro, they definitely have a type. You can definitely tell they have a type. I hear it, the cost of living crisis can only inspire new ways to save money. And that is super valid too. Like I can see it could have been very easy for them to decide like, yeah, let's just move in together and just split the rent 4 ways. Dude said, my man is playing Pokemon in real life. All right, okay. Okay. I thought this was just a very interesting video. I thought it was going to be something completely different, but obviously not. They just seem like roommates with benefits. So, I mean, it works out for them, which is great. I had to see for myself. Like, it was almost unheard of, really, you know, unless you're like in one of those cultures that has like multiple wives and stuff. But, you know, they seem cohesive. They seem like they gel together very nice. This is a recent video, May 27th, actually. So they're obviously very much still together and they're still living in the same place. But I wonder how long that's going to last. Like, I almost wonder if they're kind of doing this until they become financially stable on their own. And then they're like, okay, well, I'm going to leave the relationship by moving to my own house, but we're still going to be in contact. We're still, you know, going to be that, but I'm leaving, you know? So then what are the odds when that person leaves, they start dating somebody else, like one-on-one? It's interesting. It's an interesting thought. At first, I thought the guy was gay, but that's on me for just judging a book by its cover. Obviously, I'm a piece of trash. So anyways, if you like content like this, leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Drink water, love yourself, love your family, love your mom, your dad, and all your siblings, and have a good day.